Alright. What am I doing wrong? Because that does not seem to fit. Those bolts are way too... Well, hello everyone. So today I think what we need to do is reattach the fan. So looking at the 170 to 220 and 225 cubic inch engine, if I come down and look at it, it is the fan attaching bolt. 200 inch-pounds. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so now it's time to attach the fan. So the first part to put on is the fan itself. What's wrong here? Let's see. Alright, so the fan will go there. Then we have this little mounting plate that goes behind that. And we got to line up the holes because you got to see where those things go. So somewhere right in about there. Then we're going to grab one of the bolts in the fan. And let's try to put this all on there at once. Alright. What am I doing wrong? Because that does not seem to fit. Those bolts are way too short. So does this not go that way? Does that go on the back? No, that can't go on the back because that's got to go here. And the pulley can only go there. Why are these bolts so short? There isn't enough threads to go all the way through all this stuff. How is that supposed to work? Where's the old water pump? So the fan pulley went against the back. Or no, that maybe went against the... How did this go together? Okay, I gotta figure this out because there's no way in hell that can go together that way. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so you guys wondering why I couldn't get on those bolts? It's because I put the wrong bolts in the wrong place. I used the oil pan bolts, or what I have over there, trying to put the fan on when I should have been using the fan bolts. So I'm going to take these out and put the other ones back in, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Okay, now that we made that much harder than it needed to be, now I think I have bolts that'll actually fit. So let's put this back together. So start with the pulley, and that fits pretty tightly next to that other one. Then we need the spacer. We line that up. Then we need the fan. And we line that up. And now we use the long bolts that I used in the wrong place before. They are the same thread, but you notice these are quite a bit longer than those other ones were. And we get them started. Then, what do? We need to run those in. Is that in or is that out? That's out. That's not the right size one. Where did I put it? Of course I put it someplace else. Let's see. Still over here on the torque wrench. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright. That runs that in. Now we torque them down. Don't need the extension to torque this down. But these are 200 inch-pounds just like the fan bolts. Same thread count. So I'm just going to hold the fan and torque each of these down, trying to do this in a round robin way. Okay, fans on and tight. Next step is what? The new alternator. Let me go find all the parts for that, and of course that camera died. So, all right, we'll go back to this, and just to let you guys know, I am going to do the alternator next and then the new pulley. I am not sure if I need to replace the double pulley that's on the new alternator, or if I can just live with the one. So let's take a look at this. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, so now we're going to put this back in. I went in and polished up that bolt because I was having trouble getting it out of the old one and into the new one. So, okay, let's put this down here. And the bolt goes through the first thing, then it goes through the hole in the mount, Then it goes through the back side of the alternator and then the back side of the mount. Kind of like that. And then we need to put the nut on, which I probably should have had the nut down there when I was sliding it in so that I could get it on there easily. And, oh, another thing that I forgot to tell you is disconnect the battery first. That'll give you little sparkies if you don't have that going, or off, or disconnected. Okay, so there's that. And let's take the ratchet and flip to the tightening side. And find my wrench. And there we go. That's tight. Now, ooh, that's way too tight. Wow, that tightened up really tight. I can't even move it. Now I gotta loosen it. Okay. Got that loose. Next step is to put on my adjusting bracket, which just goes into that hole right there. What was that? Oh, I was touching the ratchet and it was slightly going. Okay, let's move that. That's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, there's that one. I put this other bolt away so it goes in here. I can tighten that one up back here on the head. And I believe these two are halves, so I'm done with, well, I'm almost done with the 9/16. Once I get the belt back on, then I can adjust everything. But for now, go to tighten. And is that not a half? That one's a half. Is the other one on the block or on the head of 9/16? Must be. Yep. Alright. Now, gonna need the belt. So, go to my stash. I had this. This was like the first thing I bought after I bought the truck, was this belt, and now I'm finally getting around to putting it on. So we're gonna put that, loop it around the fan, loop it around the crank pulley, loop it around the water pump, crank pulley, water pump, and the alternator. And then let's tighten her up. That look pretty straight? Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to snug this one. And then we're going to snug this bottom one. And there goes my blood sugar. So we're going to hurry up and do this, and then we're going to call it for the day. And then we're going to tighten this up. Hi, dear.
Now,
and
you're going to that thing today,
yep.
right? Are you picking that guy up, or is he coming?
He's coming here.
Oh. I talked to Tim, and I told him it's like, I thought Roger was picking him up, and Tim says, well, I thought he was coming there. And I'm like,
He's coming
I
here.
said I could be totally wrong. I said, but that's what I thought Roger said. But I said, you know, it was just kind of in passing. So.
Yep. Yep.
I would have thought you were going to do that and not that.
Well, I got to get this going so that I can move this before I can do that.
Well, you didn't have a lift before when you worked on cars. I mean,
Still.
maybe we should rent something on our drive home, just so that we know it's safe.
Well, maybe.
I would think that would probably be better, so we're not putting 3,000 miles on any car.
On any vehicle that we already got 120 on.
Yeah,
Might not be a bad idea.
yeah. Should look into it. You know, it didn't have to be anything too majorly big. It's not, you know, it's comfortable. You know, maybe another Jeep or whatever.
Something. You wanted to try a Subaru out, didn't you?
Yeah, I want something that doesn't, I mean, I don't want a car. I want something that sits up so that I can drive it because I don't drive it.
Yeah, I know you like to see above everything.
I do. Well, I'm not good with depth perception. I never have been. Like from here to that greenhouse, I could not even tell you how far that is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alright guys, here is the alternator, the belt. Now I gotta put the fan in, or the radiator in next.
Tell me you're recording. You better cut that out.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna call it for the day. Next time I'll come out here and we'll put the radiator in. Talk to you later. Well, hello everyone. So to come back to the radiator saga, it's now time to put the radiator back in. But had issues with getting one from Jegs. They couldn't get one delivered from Champion Radiators, so I had to revert back to using my old one. So what I did was I took it into Greener's radiator in Walla Walla, and he did a repair on it. There was one fairly decent sized hole, but he said other than that there's a bunch of little pinholes that I'll have to run some stop leak through to get it to seal everything up. And he also said I should probably switch back to a 4-pound radiator cap, so I might have to find me one of those. But now I need to see if I can get this stuck back in without damaging it. And this stupid little flap thing here is being a bit of a pain. Let's see if there's something I can do to hold that back while I put the radiator in place. Maybe I can do this one-handed. Hold with one hand and lift with the other. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Slide this in. Where's that fan? Okay, it's going to pop in place fairly easily. Now let's get it lined up. Okay, now let me get my bolts in hand and let's start threading bolts and putting these 4 bolts back in place. So, where's the first one go? Looks like one goes here. Come on. Alright, got the first one semi-started. Come over the other side. get the top one going. Okay. And let's go down to the bottom one. And let's go down to the bottom on the other side. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Almost. Oh, you little, you dirty rat. Get in there. Okay, that one started. Okay. Do a few tightens here. Wait, what am I doing? I got a tool for this. Let me go grab the Milwaukee ratchet and let's see if I can't tighten these down easily. Go. Well, that's snugged up tight. There, broke it loose. Apparently it doesn't have enough torque to spin that in the rest of the way, so it looks like back to the old hand wrench ratchet. Whoop, that's loosened. And I think this just probably needs to just be snug. Is that cross-threaded? Yeah, that seems awful weird that it's not going all the way in very easily. And let's get an extension so I'm not fighting it so bad. What do these threads look like? Well, they still look good. It just isn't going in easy. Alright, and the last one. That one's snug. Okay, radiator's in. Now we need to do the upper and lower radiator hoses. Let's go see how those turned out. I have my radiator hose clamps. There's my radiator hose. Seems to be a little bit long on the install side, or on the block side, which I guess they give you a little extra so you can do some trimming. Take the sticker off, get a knife. And let's see, so if I could put that there, this thing needs to be about right there. Now it's nice that they give you a little bit extra so that you can trim to fit. And I'm just using a carpet knife to trim this thing back. Almost. There it goes. Alright. Now let's put a couple hose clamps on this and let's put the upper on. And what size of nut runner is this? Than I got. Maybe it's this one. Still bigger than that. Let's see, that's 3/8. So if it's bigger than 3/8, it must be a 7/16. Nope, it's metric. A 9? Nope. 10? Ah, it's a 10. Okay, ratchet. Where did my ratchet go? Oh, I know where it's at. Didn't I leave it over here? Okay, let's see, I'm going to want this one to look that way. I'm going to want this one to probably point away from the radiator. Or I could have it come this way. That way it's kind of a cleaner look on the other side. now to slip this on. Slip that on. Back that off a bit. Get on there. Okay. All right. There we go. The radiator hoses, or the upper radiator hose is on. Get the clamp loosened up enough that I can get it over the neck. There we go. Yeah, you know what? Can we rotate this so that it's up? Or do I want it up? No, I think I want it horizontally. There we go. I like the position of that. Get this lower clamp in place. There we go. I'm going to need a deep socket. Let me find a 10 deep. Where do I find deep? Here we are. And which one is a 10? Is that a 10? That's an 11. Oh goody, do I not have one with 10 deep? Maybe I don't. What's this thing? Oh. What's that one? That's a 14. Adapter. All right, that's not a 10. What do I got? I got a 12. Oh, what the heck? That's got to be a 10. There we go. Ran all the way in. Huh. hope that holds. Looks like it will. Alright, upper radiator hose is in place. Now we got to do the lower. Do I want to mess with that from on top? How am I going to do this? So that lower radiator hose, where'd it go? Did I grab it already? Oh, here it is. Needs to go in something like that, I guess, or does it go in like that? I think I'm going to put this in the air where it'll be easier for me to get to it. So hold on, guys, I'm going to raise it up and then we'll take a better look from below. Okay, now we're going to go after the lower radiator hose, and according to Derek on Vice Grip Garage, you put the lower one pointing up and I'm assuming you put the upper one pointing out, so that way it makes it easier to get on and off from above when you go about to doing that. So I am going to try to worm this onto the upper one first. And you guys will probably see nothing but hose now, but sorry. Alright, that's about as far as I can get that on there. And then I go for the lower one. Whew. Get on there. Alright, we point that up. And we worm the upper one into place. Come on, get on there. And wouldn't you know, the fan's in the way. We're going to come down just a hair on that one, just so it's more out of the way of the fan. So maybe we'll come straight down with it. Although it would be easier. Well, maybe I just need to loosen it up quite a bit. Whew. Where am I at? Oh, getting dizzy. Got something in my eye too. Okay, time for the eye protection. There's too much shit falling in my eyes. Crawling around underneath there. Okay, back with the safety stuff. And if I'm going to do this, where did I leave my ratchet? Up on my fender? Probably. Let's see if I can reach it from down here. That's it. There it is. It looks like Lucy. That looks like Tidy. how are we going to get on that thing? Maybe I need an extra long extension. Alright, now I can come from down here. Of course, I don't think that hose clamp was on that hose, or on that thing. Get in there. You on yet? Nope. Let's go to loosen again. There we go. That should be loose enough that I can get the hose clamp in position. Still not there. Holy cow. Is that all the way on? Doesn't appear to be. Oops, sorry guys. You're in my way. You're gonna have to move. We're gonna move you maybe to there. How come everybody's in my way? Alright. Oh, that's on as far as it'll go. Now let's get this clamp down here closer to the end. There it is. Now it's where it's close to where it's supposed to be. Now let's go to tidy. And we try to worm our way on there. You guys are probably screaming at me I should be pointing this up, but and everything falls apart. Come here. Alright, how tight is that? Fairly tight. Now we have the other side. Which we're going to come from, say, this location. You know what, we're going to go put it on top, but we're going to point it to the side so it's easier for me to get. And I drop it again. Oh boy. Ow. Now, is that Lucy or Tidy? That's Lucy. Okay, I think that's on there fairly tight. Let's go after that other one with hands. Just by point of feel. Alright guys, I think the hoses are in place and secure. How is the valve? Wide open? Let's close it. Or is that wide open? No, I don't know. Let's grab the compressor and let's figure it out. Is in open or is out open? Nope, that's wide open. So out must be closed. So we close that valve. And we're going to lower the truck back down and fill it with water. Okay guys, let's see here. Let me get my cameras out of here. So talk to you guys in a bit. Well, sorry guys, I got kind of excited and I decided to start filling this up with water, and I let it run to its first run to hot. Actually, it's several runs through. Now it's finally got the thermostat opened up and everything is running, but man is it filthy. So I think I'm glad I didn't put antifreeze in it right yet. I think I'm gonna wait until I flush it out several times and then get it good and clean before I dump antifreeze in it. So my plan now is to let it cool off, drop the lower radiator hose, drain everything out of it that I can, and then put the lower radiator hose back on, get it warm, let it run for a while, try to pump as much of the crust and crap through as I can until it finally runs clean. And then I'll run the K-Seal sealant through it and let it go through it one time to kind of seal up anything that might be dripping, and let that run through for maybe a few days, and then I'll drain it out again, and hopefully I'll have my heater core by then, and I can put the whole thing together with antifreeze and get it ready to roll. But as far as working, it seems to be running pretty decent. You know, it might be a little bit of a miss or something, but I'll figure that out. Talk to you guys later. Bye.